And good evening to everybody, and welcome to this seventh episode of the second series of the Maternity and Midwifery Hour. My name's Sue Macdonald, and I'm the curator of the Maternity and Midwifery festivals and these hours. So it's my privilege to be here with you this evening. Now, these sessions, these once a week sessions, were designed to provide some continuing professional development and some activity for midwives, student midwives, people who are engaged in maternity services, and people who are interested in becoming midwives also. I must add those people to our list. And these are accessible via the Facebook, obviously, and also via Matflix for the future. And this is Matflix from streaming from the maternity experts, and that's a good source of your CPD and all your revalidation materials. For those of you who are coming up to revalidation, great place to get up-to-date information, and in a nice, easy way. It's easier than a textbook and more enjoyable. You get these expert people talking. And I'm delighted tonight to be joined by two lovely experts, very glamorous, both in black, both looking very poised there. Jenny the midwife and the lovely Maeve. And I'm using their Twitter handles because I want to persuade as many midwives as possible and student midwives to get twittering and tweeting, and because you get lots of information that way, and it's a really good way of keeping yourself, again, appraised of what's going on in the world. And actually, Jenny the midwife and the lovely Maeve sums up our two speakers, and you'll soon see why. So I'm going to start, first of all, as we always do, with a little moment of the week. And if I can start maybe with Jenny, to start with a little moment of the week.
Right, well, my moment of the week is actually, if we look at the last 7 days, I've put one of those, my moment of the week from last week into this week. So my moment of the week is, me and my daughter went to Cornwall last week, and we went early one morning to Crantock Beach in Cornwall, and it was deserted. Absolutely deserted. Beautiful beach. It was like walking on the moon. White sands, blue sea, gorgeous. It was pouring down, but it was just beautiful. And that is my moment of the week for just a wonderful time with my daughter. It was peaceful, calm, nobody was about, and we felt like we had the whole beach to ourselves. Beautiful. I've actually put it in my slides as well, so I could show you a picture.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, yeah. It's going to be fantastic. We'll look forward to that. Thank you, Jenny. Now, how about Maeve? A moment for you.
My moment of the week, well, as you might know, I'm fundraising for the Yolanta Midwifery Trust at the moment. We're doing yoga. And on Monday, we had a really nice yoga session, hatha yoga at 6 o'clock. And I was joined by midwives from all over the world. It's just so nice to have our little yoga community and to be joined by people from Sweden, from Canada, from Ireland, from all over the UK. And I'm really happy that this week I've reached £400 in my fundraising.
Whoa! Fantastic. Fantastic. That's wonderful. Oh, I've just pressed the wrong button here on mine. Oh, fantastic. Oh, well done for that, Maeve. So I'm sure you're going to say a little bit more of that later. I'll wait for that. Okay, I'll just move on now to just a few words and the news for now. A little bit of news anyway. I mean, we're all aware this are very strange, difficult times. I mean, people keep saying that, and it does feel very strange I think, for us in England today, because we've entered another national lockdown for another 4 weeks. I know Wales is coming out on Monday, and Scotland has a 5-tier arrangement in place. But we're also very aware that COVID-19 rates are up, and that's obviously having an impact on the health service. And it's obviously the intensive and high dependency care units are very busy. And we want to send out love and thanks and good wishes to all of the wonderful staff who are there, and that's including the nurses, the doctors, the cleaning staff, all the support staff there supporting the people who are sick and the patients and their families and friends. I think one of the things in March that I noticed, we were very noticing of our NHS colleagues, and I think it's really important we don't forget those people are working so hard to look after people that we love and we care about, and thank you to them. And so we want to send a big virtual hug, because we can't necessarily touch, but a big virtual hug and thanks to all of those who are providing care in maternity services, because we can't cancel childbirth or pregnancy. It goes on, and we have to provide the care to women and their families, and you just can't cancel it. So thank you to all of those people who are providing that care, and you are appreciated, though it might sometimes feel as though you're not. And also a big thank you to all the key workers and all the families, because it's not just the key workers, the families also there as well, keeping everything going, including delivering toilet rolls to the supermarkets, because it seems as though that's become another crazy feature about lockdowns. There are plenty to go around. There really are. Anyway, this week's news, I've managed to find a few little snippets that might be of interest. In case you didn't know, something interesting, tonight is Mischief Night. Might be useful for Jenny Clarke here. It's in some parts of the country, and it's about, the news was it was a naughty evening, but not naughty, but where the tradition is to put things in the wrong place. Now that happens in my house anyway, but this apparently is a sort of traditional thing in some parts of the country. Tomorrow, it's 5th of November, Guy Fawkes night, so there won't be big bonfire parties, but I'm sure there'll be maybe some eating. And midwives are very good at cooking, so that won't be a problem there. Next week is Armistice Day on the 11th of November. We'll be having an evening next week. And I'd like to say congratulations to Joanne Gray, elected to the president of the Australian College of Midwives. And thanks to Maeve for alerting me to that. USA elections, we're not still quite sure what's going on there, so we have to wait for that final result. There's a first pilot of mass testing in Liverpool, which might happen to us as well, if you're not in Liverpool, for those people not in Liverpool. And also it's Movember. Now this is a month of focus on men's health, highlighting mental health, prostate and testicular cancer, and apparently involves some growing of moustaches and shaving off of moustaches. Fortunately, not for us girls. This is for the men folk, but it's just to be aware of it for your men folk anyway. We have a resource page, as we always do, and that's going to be available with updated RCM resources and references for tonight's session. Just to alert you that this Friday is the free online conference Spotlight on Breastfeeding Research at Ulster University. Obviously it's online, and you can still register. Fantastic speakers and fantastic sessions to join. And just to remind you that the UNICEF Baby Friendly Conference this year will also be online on the 18th of November, and there are some subsidised places on there as well. Okay, well, we'll just move on to the main event now, what you've all been tuning in for. And just to say again, it's in these difficult times, I think, and I will say this, and I'm not being biased against men at all on this, but I think women often hold things together. And as midwives and as women holding things together, it's often we take good care of other people. We take care of our women, our babies. We take care of our families and friends. So many people depend on us. And really we need to look after ourselves. Now, I'm going to bring the men in because I'm very conscious that I'm being a bit sexist there, because I think men midwives are probably doing the same thing. So they're caring for everybody and also trying to balance everything. And I think what's fantastic is we've got two people here who are going to just raise a debate and a discussion about how we can look after ourselves as we can look after others. And we're going to start with Jennifer Clarke, Jenny the midwife.
Thanks for watching this video from the Maternity and Midwifery Forum. For more expert opinion and analysis, hit the button below to subscribe.